We've all heard the term or the quote, the early bird gets the worm. Now, this is so true. I cannot tell you how important this is, right? So I'm going to make this video about like early rising, waking up early and stuff. So like literally, I swear to you, I have not ever had the most productive day if I wake up late. It's impossible. It is impossible for me to have a really good productive day and get everything done and feel happy and feel alive without me waking up early. And the sad part about it too is that I'm still trying to find discipline to wake up very early, because my days fluctuate, which is really irritating, because like I said in one of my past videos, I'm a really perfectionist type of person. So if one thing goes wrong, I instantly just don't want to do anything else no more, right? So that's how it is for me. But basically, I'm a really perfectionist person, so waking up early just does that for me. It just helps me with that type of mindset, right? It helps me feel at ease and it helps me get what I have to get done. So I'm going to explain like the pros of waking up early. So for me, how my life fluctuates, which is like, this is the biggest con for me, I guess, because my life really fluctuates a lot. So like my sleep, for me to sleep early, it's gonna be a problem, because sometimes I might be doing something important and I don't get home early, or I'm just not able to go sleep right now and I have other things to do. So yeah, that's what throws it off for me totally, right? So like I like to go to bed at 9 p.m. right? Once I go to bed at 9 p.m., I could basically get anything done. I could basically wake up at 5 a.m. I could do all of that, right? Or even like at least 8:30, right? It still works for me. So 9 p.m., once I go to bed at 9 p.m., my mind doesn't have anything bullshit to say, right? You know how you wake up and you hear the alarm go off, which I'm going to talk about that in a second. But you hear the alarm go off or whatever and it's 5 a.m., or whatever time you set to wake up, and then all of a sudden you get all the worst thoughts like, nah, I don't want to do this, I'm going back to sleep, right? So that's basically how it is for me if I don't get to sleep at 9 p.m. or at least 10 p.m. Anything past 10 p.m., oh my gosh, bro, I swear I'm gonna wake up feeling horrible. All right, so my goal is to wake up at 5 a.m. I've done 3:45 a.m. I've done 4 a.m. I've done 4:30 a.m. I've done it all. And the worst one was the 3:45 a.m. one. Imagine going to sleep at like 11 p.m. and then waking up 3:45 a.m. the next day, and then still getting everything done, still working out first thing in the morning, still going to school, still doing all your daily tasks. That was taking a toll on me. I swear, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst. It was taking a complete toll on me. I was constantly sleep deprived and stuff like that. But now I just found what's for me, and 5 a.m. is the best for me. That just is the best for me, and like I have all the time to do what I have to do, and I get good enough sleep. So basically, how do you go about waking up early? The first thing I'm gonna talk to you about in this video is to not use regular alarm clocks. Do not go on your phone, like for a lot of people who have iPhones or whatever, do not go onto the clock app and then set it to 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and then just put that as your alarm. No, because what happens is studies have shown that basically when you use a regular alarm clock whilst you're in REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, that's the phase of sleep that you're in when you're dreaming, when you're in that state, and then boom, you just hear a fucking loud ass alarm. Basically you wake up, right? You basically wake up in like a stressful state, and your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, it boosts like crazy. Because think about it, right? We are basically like primal beings. I always say that. So basically, when you were to just get waken up out of your sleep in like thousands of years ago, like in caveman days, it would basically mean that you're in a life or death situation. Your body and your brain would naturally go into like survival mode, because when you wake up at that time, it's basically your body knows that, oh, there's probably a predator, right? There's probably a freaking lion or a wild ass bear or something that woke us up. So your cortisol levels boost and you get stressed immediately. So imagine waking up first thing in the morning from good sleep, and then boom, you instantly get a cortisol boost and instantly you're so stressed. Think about what that's gonna do to you, right? Of course you're gonna want to go back to sleep. Of course you're not gonna want to do anything. Of course you're gonna fold, right? So basically what you have to do is get an app, or at least set your alarm tone to be birds chirping or anything of like a peaceful, natural thing. Do not use songs and do not use like noise and stuff like that. It has to be like natural things. So for me specifically, I use birds chirping, and that has been the best, and it works well for me. You can also use like rivers or water, but for me it's like if I wake up to that, it's so calming and soothing, so it's like I'm gonna want to fall back asleep. So just birds, it just works for me, because think about it, you wake up to hearing birds. Like when you wake up early, it's always birds outside that are chirping, and that signals that, oh, it's daytime, time to get up, time to go hunt, time to go do stuff, right? So that's the biggest tip I have for you. Try it. And the other tip, which is self-explanatory, obviously, is just to sleep early, or is just to like calculate on average what your sleep is gonna look like. So let's say you need 8 hours, then you want to sleep at least like, you want to go to bed at least like 9 hours or 9.5 before, you know what I mean? So let's just say you want to wake up, let's just say you have to wake up at 8 a.m. Do not go to sleep at 12 a.m., right? Thinking that, oh, 12 to 8 is 8 hours. No, you want to go to sleep at like probably 9 p.m. or 9:30, right? Worst case scenario, 10 p.m. Sorry. So that's basically it. That's literally all you have to do, right? That's literally it. Just sleep early, right? Calculate the hours beforehand, and you want to go to bed at least like an extra half an hour or an extra hour, so that way you can have enough time to wind down and actually fall asleep. Because a lot of people, they don't instantly fall asleep. It takes them a little while. For me, I don't really have that problem, honestly. I fall asleep pretty quickly, like within like 10-15 minutes at least, right? I usually fall asleep. So that's it for this video, honestly. And try that tip. Trust me, try it. Do not use a regular alarm clock or like any song or music. Even if the music sounds so good to you and it's peaceful, still don't use it. I've tried that like years ago and stuff like that on my journey. But what you want to do is literally set birds chirping as your alarm, right? And the app I use is for iPhone, so if you have an Android, you might not have it. But the app I use is basically, I think it's called Sleep Cycle. That's the app I use. And yeah, that's basically it. Just use it, and I set it to birds chirping, and it usually does that. And I wake up to hearing birds chirping, and then it's not loud. It gradually gains in, and then it gradually gets a little bit loud, and it stops at a specific volume, right? So it's like some science stuff. It stops at a specific volume, what's loud, but not too loud. So it's loud enough for you to hear it and wake up, but it's not too loud for it to be like annoying, right? And the other tip that you could do, this is just a bonus, you could actually put your alarm or put your phone like on the dresser or somewhere far from your bed or wherever you sleep, right? So that way when the alarm goes off, you have to actually get up and walk towards your phone to then switch it off. And that way you already woke up and you already got off the bed and you already walked to the alarm. So it's like you're more prone to not falling asleep. You already got blood flowing, you already stretched and all of that. And with that being said, peace.